Never in my life have I ever been like, yeah, let me go find a vegetable. Should I just leave the whole world behind and go be a nomad? I mean, so much culture shock for me. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elena. Today is an exciting video. In honor of travel season being upon us, I thought I would do a video about backpacking Europe and things I wish I knew before I went and things I'm glad that I did. So I went backpacking last year in July, so it was pretty high season at the time. I went backpacking for 3 weeks and I went to 5 different countries: France, Germany, Austria, Italy, and then Spain. Absolutely life-changing. If you are watching this video because you're about to go on a Europe trip, please comment down below where you're going because I am so jealous. I wish I could do it again this summer. You're gonna have the best time of your life. Comment down below where you're going. Okay, the first thing that I wish I knew before going to backpack Europe was to plan for fatigue. When you're traveling at a young age, you assume you're gonna be like super resilient, and I definitely was. I think that's a great time to backpack Europe in your 20s. I think it's amazing to do because you just have the energy. But I think I thought a little bit too highly of my energy levels. Can you hear my cat drinking water? So when I was planning the trip to Europe, me and my friend Danny, we kind of started planning to travel on train and buses sometimes during the night. I do wish we had like maybe one less night of traveling throughout the night because that really took a toll on our fatigue. Maybe don't do like 2 days in one city and then also came in the night before on a train. I don't know, we were very ambitious for that one. It still worked out, but we were like delirious during that time. If I were to plan one again, I would definitely plan for fatigue. The second thing I wish I knew was how complicated it is to get fruits and vegetables in your daily meals. I don't know what it was. Like I remember we were like, bro, we need to go find a vegetable. Never in my life have I ever been like, yeah, let me go find a vegetable. I don't know what it is about traveling Europe. At some point you realize you haven't eaten a vegetable in like 5 days and your body's like, I need vitamins. So this is just a really random simple one, but realistically, if you're not trying to spend too much, I would say go to a little grocery store. It is such a strange tip and thing I wish I knew, but it's hilarious and it's true. Okay, the next thing that I wish I knew was how unpredictable the weather is gonna be. At first when I was packing for this, everything was supposed to be like 20, I think it was like 30 degrees plus in most places. And then once we got there would be a bunch of wind and then rain. Paris was just rain. It was beautiful, don't get me wrong. I think the rain just romanticized Paris even more. And one of the things that I wish I knew about was waterproof shoes. If I would have known about this, my feet would have been dry and I would have been perfect. Okay, but I didn't know about this. But I'm so happy to say that I'm working with Vessi on this video, and they are a Vancouver-based company that decided to make shoes that are waterproof so you can go outside no matter what the weather is and just have dry socks, not be uncomfortable. And they kindly gifted me some shoes. These are the shoes, and if you know me, you know I adore white sneakers. That is my shoe color. I will always get white sneakers. These are the weekend sneaker, and you can see they have really good grip. They have a sock-like fit, so it's kind of like a slip on and slip off, but the shoelaces still tighten, and they're waterproof. They're genuinely so comfortable, and they're super lightweight. When you're walking a lot, you don't feel like you're clunking around big shoes because they have a really good support, so it seems like they could potentially feel like heavy, but they're not at all. They're so lightweight, super, super comfortable. The weekend shoe is one of my favorite ones. And then another one for just like an everyday wear and more of a goes with everything for European like backpacking because you don't have much space when you're backpacking. Another one would be the Soho sneaker. I would also recommend those if you're looking for something more of an everyday look and goes with all your outfits for European summer. And I will have a affiliate link down below if you want to check them out. Thank you again for Vessi for working with me on this video and for gifting these amazing shoes. I recommend them so much. If I would have had them in Paris, my feet would have been dry. That's all I'm saying. The next thing I wish I knew about, and this one is maybe it's just a culture shock, I don't know what it is, that bathrooms are not only hard to find, you also have to pay for them. I recommend if you go get breakfast, even if you get a $3 or €3 espresso, go to the bathroom, use their bathroom, use it before and after you eat because you don't know when the next bathroom will be. Always have change on you in Europe because if you need to use the bathroom, you're going to have issues if you don't have change. There will be literally someone sitting in some places, sitting at the front of the bathroom waiting for you to pay them. So much culture shock for me. The last thing I wish I knew is that it was gonna change my life completely. It low-key makes you want to travel full time. I sometimes think, I'm like, should I just leave the whole world behind and go be a nomad and just backpack everywhere? I mean, Seeing different cultures and different places, different architecture, different history, I so recommend going to museums and art galleries if you have the chance or the funds. Some places will have free days at museums or they'll have student discounts. So just check around. Going there made me realize the world is huge. And it made me think like, oh my God, I want to live in different cities. I want to see all these places. I want to like experience different lives, because when you take yourself out of a place that you know and you input yourself into a place you know nothing about, you really see who you actually are. And it's such a strange but beautiful feeling. If you have the means to do it, I so recommend to go backpacking. Yeah, it will literally change your life. Okay, now for the things that I am so glad that I did, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you do as well. I would, first of all, recommend to document it in any way that you can. Even if you're not a YouTuber or content creator or anything related to that realm of work, I really recommend even just putting your camera down and just when you're getting ready or something, just talking to the camera, or you're at a restaurant or something, talking to the camera, just take videos of yourself. You tend to forget to take videos of yourself because you're just looking at everything else. It's way more special when you're in the video or the photo. I can make an entire video about how vlogging is like one of the most beautiful things on planet Earth. Like me, I know that looking at my year of vlogs to watch back, I'm just like so nostalgic. And the second thing I'm so glad that I did, and genuinely it is the perfect souvenir thing, or souvenir that you can do for backpacking. I don't know what that sentence was, but basically buy a postcard at every single country or city that you go to at the end of the trip, or maybe if you have time while the trip is happening, try to sit down and write on the back of the postcard. And for backpacking, it is the perfect souvenir because it takes up literally like no space. Frame them, I think it'd be so cute, and then on the back I'll know like what the story says. And even if you're not backpacking, I recommend doing that. It's just really fun to look back on. The third thing I'm glad I did was to bring a power bank, and this is just as simple as it gets. Just bring a power bank, have it on you, have it charged. You do not know when your phone's gonna die at the most inconvenient time, and you do not want that to happen. The final thing I wanted to use to wrap up this video, I'm so glad I was spontaneous, and I highly recommend that if you are going on a Europe trip, to be spontaneous. Obviously within reason, don't do anything dangerous that's like could potentially get you in harm's way. But for example, in Vienna, we randomly like stumbled upon the opera house and we were like, okay, like this is gonna be too expensive. There's no way there's gonna be a show. Turns out they had a student discount. It wasn't even a bad price. And then we got to see an opera show in one of the most famous opera houses of the world. Like that was where Mozart would play. You can plan a lot of your Europe trip, but try to take some things as they come and just kind of get ideas from what you see. Sometimes that's just a really fun way to go about it. And if you want to watch any of the vlogs from Europe, I did do vlogs for every single place that I went, and I'll have them linked down below if you want to check them out. That is all I have for the video today. I am so jealous of whoever's watching this who's going on a Europe trip. Please comment below where you're going, what you're doing. If you have any questions for me, anything that you want to ask for what my experience was. Like the video if you found it helpful so then more people can see it, and subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see you in my next one.